It's time for another knowledge blast. So December 2023, let's get you caught up with everything Windows IoT. Welcome to another knowledge blast. Welcome to December 2023. And in the knowledge blast, as you know, I like to get you up to speed on everything in the news or everything new about Windows IoT and Windows Embedded products. So the first news is a big thank you because the YouTube channel has crossed over 5,000 subscribers, and I couldn't do that without everyone's help. I appreciate everyone hitting the subscribe button. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. That way you can stay up to speed on everything new about Windows IoT and the IoT channel itself. So this is sort of the quick overview agenda, what I'm going to cover in the Knowledge Blast. First, we're going to talk about the CLAs expiring. Secondly, we're going to talk about Windows 10 basically being completely gone except for the LTSC version. And then we'll cover the IoT Client roadmaps, a little bit of info on Windows on IoT on ARM. We'll jump into the server and SQL roadmaps, and we'll talk about a CLAs server option. One thing that you should know, I have some interesting info about the client versions and the server versions, or which OEMs are using which versions the most to share with you guys. So more than just a roadmap, but some actual real world information about how many OEMs are using which version. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the CLAs expiring, because all CLAs are set to expire at the end of 2023. And basically Microsoft said, hey, if you are an OEM that your CLA, basically everyone's going to expire unless you're an OEM that has been buying and selling the products between the dates of June 2022 and May 2023. If you shipped products, if you bought licenses from a distributor during that period, your CLA will auto extend till 2028. And if you're a newer OEM that has signed a new CLA agreement in June 2022 or newer, you get auto extended to 2028, even if you haven't bought or shipped anything yet. Anyone else outside of those two areas, you will need to not renew, but actually sign a new CLA. Get with us, we'll walk you through the process. Super easy. Sign a new CLA agreement and off you go. The other note there is your amendments. Any amendments to your CLA will also extend to 2028. So if you fit in those two categories, no actions required. You're going to get auto extended. If you don't, you do have an action. You're going to need to come to us, and we're going to have to do a new CLA. Let's jump into the Windows IoT Client products. And first start off with Windows 10. So all versions of Windows 10, with the exception of the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC family, everything outside of the LTSC family is now officially retired, officially end of life, and those products will only get support until October 2025. So the Windows 10 Pro and the Windows 10 IoT products they fall into the GAC family, which is General Availability Channel. That channel had a short support cycle, if you will, unlike the LTSC long-term service channel family, which has 10 years of support. These GACs had short 18 to 36 month support windows. Windows 10 Pro end of life over a year ago, 10/31/2022, and the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise GAC version just went end of life at the end of this past October. So both of those products, they'll get support till 2025, but you should not be starting a new project with those whatsoever. You should be looking at the LTSC edition. Or if you're on these products, you should be moving to the LTSC product. But if you can't, then you will have to purchase Windows 11 and downgrade. And the downgrade process is tricky. I actually hope to have a video on what all is required legally and the process itself for downgrading from Windows 11 to Windows 10. I'll have a separate video on that, so look for the link in the description for that video. All right, let's keep it moving. So from a perspective of what's the average sales per version, looking back in this past quarter, this is not looking at a whole year, this is looking at basically calendar Q3 of 2023. And calendar Q3 of 2023, and a little bit into Q4, I should say, probably includes October numbers. Yeah, I think I included October numbers in here too. But you can see the winner by a long ways is Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2019. The name was so long, I can't even fit it on the slide. So obviously I shortened the names. But LTSC 2019, that is what most OEMs use today. That's based on build 1809 and locked into build 1809 of Windows 10 and gets the 10 years of support till 2029. Next up, you have the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021. So lots of customers probably moving from 2016 up to 2021, probably jumping over 2019. And then the legacy, interesting enough, that is your Windows 7, Windows 8, Pause Ready 7, Compact Edition, Compact 2013, Windows CE products. All of those older products actually had 15 years of life. They're still available, and we still sell quite a bit of them. Lots of OEMs, clearly 18% still using those old products, and they need to move to a newer version. Get moving. And then you have LTSC 2016, and then the GAC family, which we just talked about. Very, very small. Most OEMs don't use GAC because it doesn't have a long life cycle, right? So, but there are a small amount that just want to be on the latest and greatest build, and they're okay with the 36 months of support. So they'll use the GAC version. And some of them just had to have Windows 11, and so they're on Windows 11 GAC now until they can migrate to the Windows 11 LTSC when it comes out. And then hardly any left, but people still buying it, the Windows LTSB Long-Term Service Branch 2015 edition. And that is it for the clients. Let's look at the roadmap for the LTSC. And you can see all versions of LTSC still available. And the note here again is this is the last version of Windows 10 that is still available to buy and sell and still has support and will have support for quite a while. So I can scoot over there. It's the last Windows 10 LTSC is the last one available till 2031. No other versions of Windows 10 are available. Just this one. Just these here, these four. Let's jump to the next roadmap, which is the Windows 11 GAC, General Availability Channel. It currently had 2 build versions, but you can see that in October 31st, it launched build 23H2, second half of the year 2023. So you'll see that every year in the fall timeframe, they'll release a new build of the GAC family of product. So you can expect a 24H2 a year from now. Those products only get 36 months of support. You constantly have to move between them, and those products are available from Arrow if you need a GAC Windows 11 product. Then the LTSC, the star of the show. The Windows 11 LTSC product is what everyone continues to wait for. And what I'm showing you here is the fact that there are currently 2 preview versions of it, that if you are an OEM that has a CLA agreement in place, you can download this preview version and begin testing so that you can get all the testing out of the way long before the actual product launches in the second half of 2024. You can see that after the preview version, there will be a gold version, and then after that, it'll go to general availability. We just don't have those dates yet. We just know it's the second half of 2024. And that product will get 10 years of support. Windows on ARM. Let's talk about a webinar in December. So December 12th, we will be hosting a webinar that Sydney Bruckman from Microsoft, a product manager at Microsoft, she will be presenting the webinar. I will be basically starting the webinar and mentioning a few things, but then I'll hand it off to her. I really appreciate if you guys go out and register for that webinar and be the first to watch that information on Windows on ARM, basically exploring the Windows IoT on ARM journey and get some of the latest information on the Windows on ARM products. I expect that obviously we will record this webinar, and I will also expect that this will end up on my YouTube channel, but that will take weeks before that takes place. So if you want to be the first to see the information, register, get it on your calendar, Tuesday, December 12th. And if you're watching this video long past that date, well, just look around the YouTube channel and you should find a link. If not, we'll try to put a link in the description for that webinar. Quick mention of Windows IoT Enterprise on ARM processors. You pretty much have two choices: NXP, Qualcomm. The NXP is the IMX8 family and a new 95 chipset coming in 2024. That is the least expensive option. A little bit more expensive, primarily because it's higher performing chips. That's your Snapdragon series and a new 93 from NXP for the Windows 11 GAC product. You notice that the NXP is the Windows 10 LTSC 2021 and the Qualcomm is the Windows 11 GAC family. So again, you have access available to start testing this. If you want to learn more about it and actually start testing, reach out. We'll take you through that. I expect to have a video on how to install Windows IoT on ARM on the IMX8 platform here soon. Keep an eye out on the channel for that. Server roadmaps. Keep it moving. So server sales per server version. So again, interesting enough, 2019, server IoT 2019 is the majority of what is being purchased by OEMs today, 72% in fact. So we sometimes see customers jump over versions, as I mentioned with the client. So you'll see that server 2016 is 9% and server 22 is 16%. So the new 2022 product is picking up steam. You'll start to see those 2016 guys jump over 19 and go to 22. But obviously, server IoT 2019 is a fantastic product. It's working well. And then the little 2% there is your 2012 product. And I think it got cut off on the bottom here, so you can't actually see that. But the 2% is server 2012, which is still available, and we still have OEMs shipping server 2012. But the roadmap, let's look at the roadmap. And you can see that at the top of this roadmap, right in the middle of the yellow there, server 2012 and 2012 R2 just went into support this past October. It no longer gets security patches, hotfixes, or tech support unless you want to buy the extended security update options, which I have listed here, along with the date coverages, which I'm covering up. But it basically covers a year, October 23 to 24, 24 to 25, etc., for 3 more years. It's a little bit pricey, but if you'd like to get a price on that and you want to keep your server secure and patched with all the security updates, you would buy this product. Give you a little extra time to then help migrate to 2019 or 2022. The other products, as you can see, 2016 has a much longer life. That's because the older server products had 15 years of life. Starting with 2019, they reduced it to 10 years life, 10 years of support. And you'll see that same thing with 2022. Let's jump to SQL Server, because SQL Server 2008 is long gone now. And SQL 2012, same way, about over a year and a half ago, the support ended. We do have security patches for SQL 2012 available. If you want to keep your SQL database patched and up to date with the security patches, you have the same option, extended security updates. We can give you some pricing on that. Otherwise, you should be migrating up to 2019, 2022. Obviously, plenty of versions to choose from. Most customers today, I don't have a chart showing the SQL breakout, but I can tell you from experience, most customers are on 2019 today, with a number of customers moving to 2022. And then let's talk about a CLAs version of server. So Windows Server CLAs is an option that allows you to no longer need client access licenses for your server. So all those questions, how many users, how many devices, what's a device, what's a user, how many do I need, how many does the customer need, do they already have them? All these questions, you don't need to ask them anymore. You can just buy the CLAs version, which gives you, removes the requirements for CALs and allows you to basically just buy a one part number for server that doesn't require client access licenses. Really simplifies your life, and it also makes sure that your customers are compliant. They'll never be out of compliant because CALs aren't required. Fantastic product. Customers just now getting to know this. It also reduces the number of part numbers that you would have to buy and manage, reduces the number of inventory. A lot of advantages. If you want a price on that, reach out to us. We'll quote it for you. And with that, that is your December 2023 Knowledge Blast for the Windows IoT channel. Again, thank you guys for helping me get past 5,000 subscribers. And for those that aren't subscribed, hit the button, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Reach out to us at Arrow, WindowsChamp@arrow.com. Hit our website and the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching.